excel in showing respect for each other. Madam Clerk, if you'll call the roll.
Commissioner Lundy,
Here.
Commissioner Hung,
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
And we got a loud volume here today, don't we? Okay. Resolutions.
Okay. Number 1, investments.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Hung,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Hung.
Yes.
Number 3, transfers.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Hung,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments to Marina. Number 5, requisitions.
So move.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a little confused on number 722. It's for mission critical. Trying to get a read on this one here.
Commissioner Moore, did you want a copy of it?
No, I got the whole thing here. I got the contract last night. This ties into the last issue with Cleveland Communications where we were a couple $100 under the $50,000 limit. I don't know why this is not up here under, should be under 911, not under requisitions. This is a contract that somehow came under $4.64 under the $50,000. And it's going to mission critical. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. I don't see why we're hiring this company. I don't understand why we're hiring this company right now. I was told that they're an independent contractor, or they're independent, not contractor, what's the word? An independent analysis of our 911 is what we've hired them for? Does that seem to be what we're doing here?
Mission Critical has been a consultant to 911 over the years.
Sorry.
Mission Critical was asked to take a very critical look at the whole radio systems and the connectivity with 911.
I think a couple of things. One, Mission Critical is an outside vendor, so they are an independent contractor. They provide, as I understand it, professional services to the county dealing with the emergency response infrastructure that the county maintains, expands, whatever. I don't, this is the first time I personally have looked at this. I think because they're providing professional services as a vendor, and this is something we've been doing for a number of years, I don't know that the amount has anything to do with, I don't see anything wrong with the amount. I don't know that it's a biddable contract anyway, because it's professional services, but that's what they are. They're an independent contractor with the county.
But I've been told they have no skin in the game. They're supposed to be an outside vendor giving us advice, correct?
Independent.
The one meeting I've had with Mission Critical, that's exactly what they are.
Right.
The one, but I've only met the guy once, so, personally.
We did have a discussion with Casey on this yesterday, if you want to have him come in.
Yeah, if you want, if the board wants to, I can't. I mean, I could be happy to talk to Casey about it.
I already talked to, that's not the issue. The issue is they are not an independent agency. Here's a line in the first sentence. We are hiring them to integrate Cleveland Communications Harris system into 911. This is nothing more than we are paying to integrate Harris radios, which we have not as a board decided yet on which radio system we're going to use. This is a backdoor way to get back to that $6.5 million without a no-bid contract, because I was in that meeting on June 14th when they said, you don't need to bid, we can pick Cleveland Communications. I've had discussions with this board saying this is, Mission Critical is not an independent, no skin in the game contractor. I got 7 pages of this company that we are paying today $50,000 to help CCI backdoor their way into our 911 system when I'm talking to 2 other vendors to see, okay, what is really going on here? What do we really need? Do we really need to spend the millions of dollars? And then it shows up under requisitions, And all it is here, you can look at it page after page. It's CCI, CCI, CCI. This is not an independent review of our 911. This is, from what I can read, it's a consulting services to integrate Cleveland Communications, which we haven't decided yet. So we're going to spend all this money. It's going to lay out the whole plan. The county, we're paying it. And then at the end of the day, guess what? It's going to go to CCI. This is a backdoor way. I don't like it. I'm not approving it, but I don't like the way how it got set up. It got put on requisitions. This should have been set up under a vote under 911 so we could have a public discussion about it. But it's not. This is something, if we needed this, if this board decides that's the way we're going to go, that's fine. Then you hire and you hire this type of a program. But you don't do the program first, not knowing which radio systems we're going to decide to go with. That's what my issue is. Now, whether or not it meets, it's another one of those just hit the underneath the $50,000 threshold. Okay, I can see with our prosecutor what I understand that logic, but the logic I don't like is I've been told for a year, don't worry, these guys have no skin in the game. They're going to give us some great advice. They're not really leaning one way or the other. And for the last 7 months, I've disagreed. And once again, it's in writing today that this company is being hired to bring in a vendor. And that's what my concern is, and I'm voting no. I don't think that we should be voting on it today. I think this is something we should wait until this board decides on which way the 911 is going to be going with the radio systems. And that's a debate for another day, which I am being told or hearing that it's going to come up in the next couple of weeks, once our prosecutor goes through all the contracts.
If I could just add, I guess, I've been in on several meetings with Mission Critical. I don't know if you've had any meetings with Mission Critical.
Yeah.
And they have been asked in those meetings to take a look at the radio systems and see if this makes sense or doesn't make sense before we make any investment. No final decision has been made related to Marks or Harris. They've been asked to look at it through a critical lens and see, since we've received overwhelming response from the first responder community, that they like the way the Harris system performs compared to the Mark system. They've been asked to take a look at it and to figure out, is this something that makes sense? They've even looked at the contracts and whether integration makes sense. So no final decision's been made. There's no no back door here. This is called research, doing your homework, and then making a determination. They have been a very strong, independent contractor that has guided us through a lot of these communications issues. They're well respected in their field. They do not work for Marks or Harris. They give us the county's point of view. The back of their jersey says Lorain County, and Lorain County's interest. It doesn't say any other communications company on the back. It's representing Lorain County. So I've been in those discussions. They've understood their marching orders to do thorough research, not to just say yes or not to just say no. Give us the reasons why we get to yes, explain how we get to no. And we need to make sure, if we're going to make a substantial investment, regardless of what individuals are bringing forward recommendations, that we make the best decision possible for the taxpayers. So, you're certainly entitled to your opinion and your perception. I just don't think it matches up with the conversations that I've been involved with.
Well, all you gotta do is read the contract that they gave us. That's all they did.
Everybody gets to go
Oh.
once before.
Right, go, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Commissioner, go
No,
ahead.
that's okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to point out for the public so they understand historically and factually what happened last year, because some things that Commissioner Moore said were inaccurate. I did go over this on December 15th, 2000.